So, da sind wir. Here we are with another round of MTGA. Yet again, I am going to play some Izzet, but this time a little bit of a different approach to the Izzet decks. We are going to play some self-mill, in Historic, which will basically basically the win condition is Jace here, who lets us win the game when we draw a card and there are no more cards in our deck. It's kind of a tricky one to pull off, honestly, but we're going to give it a shot anyways because I just love the self mill, and I just love playing the Magic Mirror, which I mean it is definitely one of the worst mythic artifacts I guess one can imagine or they have ever released. But nonetheless, though, we want to give it a try in the only setup which I can imagine, which is the self-mill setup, where this actually makes any kind of sense to play. Just to go through to it, basically, we put a lot of stuff in our graveyard, we draw a lot of cards, we throw cards away with Cathartic Pyre, Consider, Prismari Command, and the Gear Hulk, of course, is a very big entertaining factor. Lets us either draw 3 or mill 3 of our own deck, and then the enemy takes damage equal to the mana value of the milled card. So with the Magic Mirror, it's going to be at least a little bit of fun when they hit it. So this one, basically, it gets discounted for every instant sorcery card we have in our graveyard. So best case, we quickly use up our instant spells, play the Magic Mirror to refill, and after that we should be actually fine to play the Magic Mirror out for a quite reduced price. So that is a great preset. That is the great theory behind it. Of course, practically, usually it doesn't work. I mean, I've tried this deck from time to time, and well, honestly, it's difficult to pull it off. It's difficult to pull it off. Nonetheless, though, we just give it a try. We'll just see how things work out. Just a little bit of counterspell here, some removal, some mass removal, Cinderclasm, but we don't really have an extremely long breath. So we'll just give it a try right away, and let's just see how things work out here. I'm always in favor of trying a little bit something different, so I hope you will have as much pleasure watching this deck as I will have playing it. Now let's see. As well, the Fabled Passage, of course, to take even more lands out of the deck to quicker mill ourselves in quotation marks. So we can keep this basically for a 4th land. We have the early removal, which is key to winning any kind of matchup, basically. And Negate would have been fine to complete the set, but still looks very fine what we got here. So let's see. Let's see what Rasmusser has to offer. Not much until now. Narset, well, always a good card to have, always helps us draw more magic cards. So we'll stick with that one for now. And not having drawn a land here, of course, is quite a disadvantage. So we're going to pop this one now for a red, since the only other spell is the Cinderclasm, for which we need 2 red in case this is some kind of token deck or something. Okay, funny, so enemy plays some kind of self-mill graveyard hate graveyard deck as well. Unfortunately, we don't have any graveyard, so we cannot really stop them. We can just try to go quicker here. We don't need to draw the Jace here because eventually we will draw it, so there's no need to actually get too excited drawing it right now. Enemy can attack, of course, our little Narset here. They're gonna sacrifice their own minion, draw some cards, lose some life. But they didn't understand that, of course, with Narset you cannot draw additional cards, so they're just going to mill themselves, which is, of course, a huge advantage for us. What do we do? What do we do? So we can either keep up some removal in the form of Lightning Strike and a Negate, and just see what the enemy does. We can foretell Behold the Multiverse, because we really want to keep hitting our land drops. And I already see the danger coming in the horizon that this will not work. Let's see. So enemy is keen to remove our Narset, which we're going to stop for the moment. Seems to be rather an annoying card to them. Undead Butcher. You may exile it. Return target from your graveyard to your hand. So that's, I mean, that's okay. That's okay. They can return creature cards to their hand. Let's see, what do they have? Really to return powerful. Only Massacre Girl, where they have Lurrus Giant. Lot left. One for each creature card in your graveyard, so there will be 8. We don't really have any kind of heal, so that's a bit tricky. I guess we'll just pass again. So we are just going to play this tapped and pass the turn. It's not really a not we need to do right now. They can kill the Narset, that's fine for us. We're not going to kill these because we don't actually want them to return creature cards to their hand. So because I'm just afraid whatever their deck is planning here, things are just gonna get worse. Okay. They make the reasonable thing of smacking us in the face. Blake Crafter. Sure, makes us sacrifice our Planeswalker. We could kill both of these now, since they're going to sacrifice one anyways. And at least make them sacrifice their own Plague Crafter, is the question whether it's really worth it. I guess, since we cannot really prevent it, we're just going to let it happen. Let's see who they take back. It's gonna be LOL.
Was ist denn dieser kranke Boy?
Yo, 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 was geht?
Was geht?
Nicht viel. I'm streaming Magic.
Oh, nice. That's really nice, I think.
Thank you. Ja. Ja, mache ich auf Englisch, damit ich das gleich auch schön danach bei YouTube hochladen kann.
Nice.
Also läuft alles. Alles perfekt. Und bei dir?
The day before yesterday, when you were streaming, I thought you have had 5 viewers.
Yeah, but no one follows the channel though. So it's still sad. I don't know why. No one wants to follow the channel.
But did they write messages?
No, nothing. No one writes, no one follows, nothing. So maybe it was just my...
Nothing compares.
Yeah, maybe it was just my mama watching, I don't know.
She's your biggest fan, or?
Well, of course, who else? Who else?
Nice one.
Yeah, if you... I don't know really what to do here. It's a tricky game. I mean, we're not really getting forward. We're just gonna play the... Oh no. This looks all pretty bad. Pretty bad. I guess we will foretell the spell, and then we're just gonna pass our turn again. I mean, enemy's not doing really anything as well, so it doesn't really matter. Not really threatening us here. Yeah, they can hit our face, which is fine. We don't really care about that. Sure, they can play this farmer creature. No problem. Take a land card back. Would be nice, definitely, to draw one of our counter spells so that we can, whatever the enemy wants to play in kind of big minions, like this Lotleth Giant, that we can counter it. I Other than that, let's see. Let's see. Callous Blood Mage. So it seems like we want to make actually a we want to make a board clear here. That seems to be the most reasonable thing. They draw a card and they lose a life, which is fine for us. Well, is the question, maybe we just play the multiverse. I mean, it's not really necessary now. Yeah, we don't really need a Jace yet, to be honest. I mean, we don't need him on the bottom of the deck either, but we're still gonna get a lot of cards to the bottom. We actually need a land card, which we cannot draw. So we're going with a Cathartic Pyre, discard cards. One Cinderclasm, one Prismari, they can go, certainly. Draw 2 lands, draw 3 lands, of course. And I guess we'll pass again. And I guess we'll pass again.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course. Anything.
Is your brother in love with a Turkish man in Lost Ark? Or
I have no idea what's going on there. Honestly, I have no idea. They were just
raiding.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, it's so weird. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what these guys are up to.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I could tell you.
But he
is playing.
He
loves to play.
He doesn't play the ship game.
Well, no. Yesterday we played. Yes. Yesterday we played. Yeah.
And today is he coming?
No. Only Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, as always.
Oh.
Yes.
Like our streaming days. Why are you streaming today?
Well, because why not?
One?
Yeah, and I want to keep uploading the Magic videos for my YouTube channel, so it's most reasonable to keep doing it.
And are you cutting the videos or only?
Nah, why? No. No. I just upload them as they are.
Like a playthrough.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just comment on the go.
That's great.
Okay, but what is not so great is how the game is going. That is the problem. That is a problemo muy big. Muy mal.
Can you also stream in Spanish?
Yeah, I can stream in Spanish. I wouldn't be that good, to be honest, but I could do it actually, yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy. Ay. Okay. Let's see. This all looks very bad. Maybe I'm afraid the deck doesn't go as well as I thought. The problem is with these huge, gigantic creatures, there's really not much I can do against them. Let's see, 14 cards. I mean, chances were not too high to draw a magic mirror. Maybe I have to increase the magic mirror count. But then again, if you draw more than one, it is a huge problem as well. Because you really don't want to play... You can only play one. It's a legendary artifact, so there's not really a lot of choice. Okay, let's see what the enemy does. Okay, they put a creature with a lot of life onto the battlefield. This could be quite uncomfortable. Is it the Lurrus Giant who's just going to kill us? No! Ah! What a death. What a death. What a death. Unfortunate. So you say the deck master overlay thing, it does not work.
It doesn't funk, yes.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why? Because I've just activated and I click on activate and that should be the end of it. I don't know what's the problem, honestly.
Maybe I'm too silly for this.
No. I don't think so. I mean, I really wouldn't think that.
But I only know it from Hearthstone, you know, and then it's probably easy. You only go with the mouse over the card and then you
Exactly,
can...
exactly. It should be exactly the same for Magic. So no idea. No idea. No idea. Let's see. Maybe this deck needs a little bit of improvement. I don't know. Or maybe we just had a bad matchup. I mean, huge gigantic creatures is just like the one thing that we really cannot deal with. So, I don't know. Let's give it another try before we do any changes to the deck. I go first, Lightning Strike, Prismari Command. Well, it's a bit slow, the hand. The problem is against Lurrus, so probably it's the artifact, the Aura Enchantment deck, so we're basically forced to keep this because we need to remove the, how was it called? Well, you're going to see it in a second. Of course, Selfless Savior comes first. So there's going to be the... Okay, they only have one land. Yes, they can hit me, it doesn't matter. Of course, blue-white. Yeah, this one is just as bad. So let's see what they do. I mean, we must kill this one because the big problem is that it will basically refill their hand up to infinity. We are going to draw cards and discard cards, of which we are going to discard the Gear Hulk. It will be too slow, and the Jace, we don't need it right now as well. And we have a second one. I mean, once they establish their board, basically the problem is that all of these things work when you cast a card. So of course that's a huge problem when they cast a card, so that means as well when a counter spell or we remove a minion or something actually is quite irrelevant. So let's see. But at least they don't have the crazy draw card for each aura or enchantment that you play. So until now we are still going fine. Okay, all that glitters. Alright. And enemies triggered. Psychological warfare wins yet again. That was a very comfortable victory. Indeed!
In the purple rain. Purple rain.
Purple rain. So. So. Where's my stream deck? One. Are you not watching my stream? Pottreu? Yes.
Oh, I don't think so.
Are you streaming yourself?
No.
No.
I'm watching your stream.
Of course.
Mulligan, keep 7.
Yeah, what do you say?
Mulligan.
Mulligan, yeah, I think so too. This is a very slow hand and we go second, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. This one looks way better. This one we're going to keep. Fabled Passage is out though. We don't need that one right now. Okay, some cat deck.
Catfish.
Meow. Catfish. I'm being catfished by the opponent. Okay, hit me with your cat. Yes, amazing gameplay. Prismari Command we're going to take. Seems like a reasonable card. And for now we'll just wait. Okay, Kitty is going to hit us again. That's not a problem. Badum badum. Badum badup. Okay, Ranger Captain of Eos. That's a pretty difficult card to deal with because it can basically cut down all our spells for a moment, and since our deck literally only consists of spells, this is very, very difficult to deal with. So we're going to Lightning Strike it right away. Enemy doesn't sacrifice it, that's fine. I mean, wouldn't have made a difference anyways, but let's see what else they pick up. Dice, draft a card from the spellbook, that is fine. We're going to continue stalling here, just not really do a lot. They can attack us, that's super fine. Bastion of Remembrance, that's a nasty one to deal with. That's a really nasty card, and we probably should put the counter spells where we can put them. Before they start sacrificing and we lose millions of lives here. Obviously. Obviously, not very good.
I have another question, my
Go
dear.
ahead. Go ahead.
When the community will see your beautiful face in the stream.
Yeah, good question. I don't know. I have a list with things I want to buy in Amazon soon. So, sometime soon, I guess. Sometime soon, because, you see, I hate to just order in Amazon one thing. That's like the worst I can think of. So, I just want to wait a teeny tiny little bit more until I have some more things I can buy, and then I will get it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to destroy this oven because it's the most annoying thing ever. Then we're going to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards because we didn't draw a land card, which is of course extremely annoying. We need lands to be able to play. Now I'm getting triggered, slowly getting triggered. Getting triggered. Another oven, of course. Because why wouldn't they have it? But it's okay. We have it, of course. No land card still, because why would we draw one? So let's do the exact same thing again, shall we?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Do it. Do it. And again, no land card, which is amazing. We don't need Narset, we don't need the counter spell, they are useless right now, so we just throw them away. Enemy has a Deadly Dispute, takes more cards, probably has another oven. What are they gonna do? Sacrifice an artifact, draw another card. Let's see. They hit the face. I twitch. I twitch. And another familiar. Ah, we get a land, but it's tapped, so it's just as bad. Then we will, well, I mean, we could play Narset, but they cannot really draw any card right now, so they're just gonna hit us in the face. In the face. We will just play the Behold for its full cost. That doesn't really look too good. Doesn't really look too good. But I guess we will draw these 2 since we can play them and it's a land card. So let's see. Okay, they have a mascot exhibition. Cannot really do anything against that, can we? Doesn't look like it. Bitter. Bitter is what we would say in German. Richtig bitter.
In English too.
Bitter.
Betty Butter bought some bitter.
Richtig bitter. So, there is our artifact, which of course we are looking for to play the whole game. Nah, this is not going well. I think we need to do, like, the minion-based decks are a little bit too much of a, We need to modify this deck. Deck works very bad. Very bad. I'm very dissatisfied with the deck. Very dissatisfied. Okay. Let's see. So definitely not enough magic mirrors. A combustible gear hike is funny, but it's not really useful. Let's see. Cathartic Pyre is also slow. We need some higher impact cards. We need some higher impact cards. But who has more impact? Let's see. The Mystic Rare. Maybe some Brazen Borrower. That's definitely a good one to stall. But it's a question, would it really help to stall more? Maybe we take one out of these ones. Cathartic Pyre didn't really seem to do the trick. I guess we'll just take 2 Lightning Strikes. Maybe some Brazen Borrowers and a bit more of mass removal. I would like to have one more counter spell. And maybe one less Narset. Maybe one less Behold. Mass removal. Red, blue. Final Revelation. Of course we can put some Seagate Restorations. Does it really help though? That's the question. I guess if at all we add some discontinuities to counter and enemies' turns. Sabotage, I guess in the end though is a bit too slow. So maybe we just add a 4 of these ones. Let's try it like this. Let's try it like this. Let's give it another shot.
I have another question.
Tell me.
Do you have social medias?
Not really, no. I yet have to set them up actually. If you can call it, my only social media is YouTube, I guess. But
nice.
That's not really a social media. But the rest, no, not yet. No,
Not Knuddles or ICQ or something like that.
Well, back in the day, of course. Knuddles, I still should have my Knuddles account, of course. That's the best.
Nice.
Knuddles. Although there was never anyone in the region where I come from in Gladbeck. I don't think there were ever any people in the local channel though, but... Well!
It's a deep ghetto in Gladbeck, or?
Yeah, it's just like... I think some places still don't have internet, you know, it's like...
Ooh.
Slow developing German... Typical German city.
Nice.
Nice! Okay, so enemy plays the enchantment deck. Enchantment very uncomfortable. Nah, now comes the best part. Not drawing lands, of course. That's what I live for. That's what I'm here for. Not drawing land cards is the pinnacle of my gameplay. Enchantress Presence, yeah, great card. Is a card we are immediately going with. What? Shroud? Okay, well, obviously we should read the enemy's cards. Yet we are missing another land card, which of course is amazing. This is the perfect scenario. Let's see, we give it back to our enemy's hands, so just to stop them from playing stuff. And yet, no land card to play, nothing to stop them. This, of course, is getting better every second. So let's see how much the enemy can escalate their gameplay. Let's see what they play. I mean, basically, it's just gonna be a absolute destruction of ourselves now, since we cannot interact or do anything. Maybe we can draw a counter spell to counter some crucial enchantments, like the ones which basically will prevent the enemies from losing the game. Like, these enchantments should be countered. Yeah, but let's see. Not really much we can do. Of course, we can start to play some lightning strikes from our hand. Okay, we draw a land card, which is at least something. Although it doesn't really seem like it's going to help us, but okay. So they can sacrifice their growth and return it with the restoration. Okay, they do it with a land card. Of course, fair enough. Now the only thing we can hope for is that they get so greedy that they basically forget about some threats that we might be able to pull out here, and that they just keep playing enchantment after enchantment after enchantment, drawing cards. Although with the Felidar Retreat already chances of surviving this are decreasing. Nonetheless, though, we will just try to rush them now, getting down the Borrower. Definitely one of my favorite cards ever. Okay, let's see. Having 4 mana, yeah, could be beneficial actually, depending on what the enemy does with the Felidar Retreat. If they create more cat beasts, then we definitely want to kill them with a kicked Cinderclasm. So we're going to shock ourselves. Now let's see what the enemy will do. Of course, they will play the hell out Haunting. That makes sense. Okay, another Enchantress. Presence. So they can draw even more cards. Let's see what the enemy chooses to do. If they put a counter or call another cat. If they put the counter, we would have Cinderclasmed. By them calling another cat, we can basically go and play our other Brazen Borrower, since we're still kind of winning the race. Kind of. So let's see. Yet again we draw a tapped land, of course, because that obviously was the only thing that could have really not helped us in this moment. Now we can make an estimated guess here. Of course, with the Brazen Borrowers and the Lightning Strike, we have lethal on board, but the enemy, when they play a lot of enchantments now, they can basically completely destroy us. Okay, so they play the Meat Hook Massacre for 1. Basically, before that happens, though, we're going to pay the kicked Cinderclasm to clear everything. Okay, let's see. So looks all pretty bad again. Yeah, not drawing any land cards there in the beginning was basically the neck breaker. I mean, it's just, yeah, you hardly can win a Magic game when you have 3-4 turns without drawing any land cards. It just destroys you. And that's it. There's nothing we can do, nothing we can really remove. We can play Cinderclasm, kicked, Lightning Strike, maybe remove one of the creatures, but that doesn't really make any difference. So basically, we out! We out. Let's see if we can have another turn. Okay, opponent goes first. We can keep this hand. This is a fine hand to keep. Okay, I really have no idea what that is going to be. So let's see. Before I do anything here, I'm gonna let these things hit me. I can take it. What is that? I'm screwed for the first time. Artifact vehicle. Okay, weird. Comes to Rule 1. Good for the first time each turn. Aha, so basically it's going to copy the blades and become a copy of them, and thus would give us 8 damage, which of course we really don't want to see happening here. Let's see if we can maybe block it with the Brazen Borrower, the Royal Science. That's not a problem. Those ones we can negate. And enemies triggered. Yet again though, unfortunately we don't really win through our deck's mechanic. We win by triggering the enemy into conceding. Which is really not what we are looking for with this deck. Let's open a card to tend to our souls. Oh yeah, it's this funny dog. Well, not really relevant. Let's give it another go. Let's give it another go and see whether this will be successful. Opponent goes first again. This is a... I mean, if we play against the spell deck, of course, yeah, we're going to win this most likely. If we play against the minion-based deck, this is going to be the total loss. So we shall mulligan once. This seems like a solid hand, actually. We're going to throw the Cinderclasm. Yeah, exactly. This is what I thought. This is exactly what I thought. Let's see, let's pop this Fabled Passage. Probably should have played the Snarl, but my brain was just not ready to process as quick as I acted. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Probably play the Snarl now before it gets even worse. Angel of Vitality. Another Cinderclasm. Actually, not too bad. Actually, we can keep this one. I mean, enemy is going to play the how do you call it? The one where all the friends go on board. So, basically we'll have to keep up the negate. 2 more turns until in 1 turn we can play the kicked Cinderclasm and play the negate. Exactly, they're going to attack us. Badam badum, that's fine. That's okay. Another Soul Warden, okay. That's okay. That is okay, Bishops of Wings. Okay, that's enough for us to basically clean the board. Bishop. We're going to take out another land. Probably a red one. And pass the turn again. Again?
Purple rain, purple rain.
So. Enemy house us in the foot. But that's okay. We can live with that. We're going to foretell Behold the Multiverse, pass our turn. They play Collect the Company, which is fine. We negate it. They have another turn. They probably have a second Collect the Company and then we probably lose. Or they don't have a second Collect the Company and we will be fine. Let's see. Of course, it had to be that way. There was no other option. Like, it basically... Their whole deck only depends on playing this card and having 2 of them in the hand, of course, is, yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's see, yes, bading badum, okay, can we do anything? Nope.
You must believe on the heart.
Yeah, I believe on the heart, but sometimes it's just what I call, it's the Hearthstone lifestyle. It doesn't matter how good anyone plays. It's totally irrelevant how good you play, because the enemy just has better cards and that's it. So nothing to get mad about. We just play another one to see if maybe now we can have a more or less balanced game. Would be nice, of course, but unrealistic, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Oh, she looks like you a little bit.
Who?
The girl in the loading screen.
Yeah. Okay, this is a pretty bad hand. No removal, aside of the Brazen Borrower. No mass removal, nothing basically, no counterspell. Let's put a mulligan here. Okay, this hand is even worse, so we're going to keep it. We can throw away land, don't really need it. Let's see. Okay, enemy plays an island. We can do that as well. Now let's see what kind of... Okay, it's a foretell card. It's fine. We pass again. Let's play our Consider. Land card is what we need. And we pass again.
All we need is love.
Bum bum bada bum. Let's see. Cemetery Illuminator. You may look at the top card once each turn. You may cast a spell with the exit. Okay. How about we lightning strike that? Is that an acceptable suggestion? Okay. That's a pretty funny card actually. Okay, let's see. Narset of course would be funny here. But I don't think we're gonna play Narset here, to be honest. This is a very difficult card to beat. We're going to take 2 cards and drop 2 cards and create a treasure token. Discard. The Seagoat Restoration we're going to discard. Well, we can keep the Narset, so at least they can do 1 attack into the nothingness. We can discard the Lightning Strike. Draw another Negate. We could play the Magic Mirror. Is the question, do we want to play the Magic Mirror? Narset could be fun actually. We can refresh our hand. There's a Jace, of course we need him. Once we take Jace, of course the enemy will know what we are up to. So, and we still have a second Jace in the deck. I don't know if it's really necessary to show ourselves. I think we go for the Narset. We play the tap land and we pass the turn. Is it when it attacks? Deals damage to a player. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. They obviously didn't want to deal with the Narset first. So we'll take another card from her.
Hone your prowess.
Behold the Multiverse. That is fine. We still have enough life points to deal with a lot of things here, so we don't really need to panic. We can use the Behold to find our Brazen Borrowers, which can basically put this one back to hand. Enemy still cannot really draw cards, that's not a problem. Play the Multiverse. Let's see. Okay, this one we will negate. See if enemy is willing to... Okay. We don't really need a land card. There are enough lands in the deck, so we're gonna bottom everything. There it is, the Brazen Borrower. Perfect. That is really good. And a land card on top. So basically we are going to give this one back to the hand immediately. Enemy is going to counter, we're going to negate and play the Magic Mirror. And then hopefully the Magic Mirror will have some time to draw us cards here. And with the Brazen Borrower as well, we can block flying creatures. So his Desert Doom is not going... Yeah, that's super fine. More cards. So we will foretell this whole multiverse and basically just pass the turn. We will go down to 5. That's very fine for us. Play our Borrower here. Essence Scatter. Sure. Let's see if we can behold the Multiverse here. Okay, alles klar. Does Discontinuity we definitely would like to have in our hand. The Essence Scatter is fine. We draw more cards. Okay, okay, okay. Now we definitely want to Discontinuity at the beginning of the enemy turn. to buy ourselves another turn there. We have 32 cards in deck. Still 3 Brazen Borrowers. Let's see which considers we can... yeah, Fabled Passage we certainly don't need now. How much mana do we need though? Okay, no, that was probably a mistake. That was probably a mistake. Well, let's see what the enemy does. Maybe we should have dug for maybe we should have dug for a solution with Narset. Maybe that would have been the smarter thing to do. We definitely should have kept open 2 mana to play the Discontinuity. Enemy probably is going to have Counterspell in their hand. And that will be it. Let's see. Maybe they don't. Of course, that could be the big big play from us. Oh, okay. Okay. That is very helpful. That is very, very helpful. We play the Sulfur Falls. We still have 1 Negate. We can work with that. Let's see, we can consider. We actually just really want a lot more of Brazen Borrowers now. 2 Negates actually is good. We can take this Prismari Command. Our hand size is now infinite, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's see if the enemy wants to. I think this one has it flash. No, but the other one, the Shackle guys, or the other... I know the other spirit creatures, they have flash. Oh, let's see. Yeah, they can attack us, that's fine. Brazen Borrower strikes again. Let's see. Okay, they give it back to the hand. That's super fine for us. Then we can play the Borrower as a blocker and gain another turn. Then we can use the command to create a treasure token and draw some cards. Let's see if they can counter this. They do not. We can discard both magic mirrors since they're not important anymore. Now, of course, the only remaining challenge will be to actually get down Jace and to win the game with Jace. Let's see, we have 18 cards. We're going to draw 6 next turn and 7 afterwards. So 6 and 7, that's 13. Plus 2 is 15. Plus another 2 is 17. So we are pretty close to winning the game here, since certainly we are going to draw our Jace one time or another. We will foretell this Behold, and we will pass the turn without attacking. We can block with the Brazen Borrower, so that's not a problem. And we are actually going to try to keep both negates for the for the Jace, because they probably know that something is up. So, we're going to try and play Discontinuity now. Okay, they allow it. Well, let's let's think if we have enough mana to actually play the Seagate Restoration and a Jace. No, we do not. We do not, but this is looking very good. We have 12 cards. We have 12 cards, so next turn we will draw 7, then we have 5. So we just have to be careful to not mill out before we begin the next turn. So we will pass this. Enemy is going to attack again. Which is fine. We will just stall. That is very fine as well. So first of all, we're going to draw 2 cards and create a treasure token for ourselves. We will discard this one and this one. Then we will try to get another Brazen Borrower, so that in the case of a big emergency we can still double block the Limrith. Ascends Scatter, that is not a problem at all. So we can play our Multiverse, exactly, draw a Jace, which is exactly what we wanted, 8 cards. And we can say good game. We have 1 card in deck, so we can play Jace.
A manipulation of the mind.
We mill 2 cards, and the enemy loses! It actually worked against a totally helpless blue deck who, for whatever reason, I don't know, I mean, sometimes people just make worse decks than I do. So obviously, this was a great example of how the deck is supposed to function with an enemy who literally plays 1 card every turn. Nonetheless, though, this is a proof of concept, I would dare to say. So it is, it works, it works, it works. You just have to give it some time. I guess something certainly can be improved. Not entirely sure about the discontinuity, honestly. Seagate Restoration was really not that helpful. Maybe another discontinuity, enemy just accepted them and let them happen. Maybe 4th Brazen Borrower, as always, just a fun card. Just a really pleasurable card. Should we do another one? Come on, let's do one more. Let's have like a mono red aggro or something completely destroy us for this evening. But it's fine. It's fine. We accept it. We are so happy that actually this worked. Always makes me happy to see a deck like this function. Okay, let's see. Opponent goes first. Hand is not too bad. We at least have two spells to act. The most magical of all mirrors is already available. Of course, this deck certainly could be refined if you want to play best of 3. You can put a lot of yeah, okay. You can put a lot of sideboard cards anti-aggro like that. This kind of weird things don't happen. Let's see. Yes, now it begins. Okay. Great. Yeah, sure. Anything I can do? No, they're going to destroy. The lands. Yeah, that's great. I love it. That is great. So let's see how much more they can mutate on top of their Demolisher. Yeah, they're already looking. Blizzard Brawl, okay. This one we can negate for the moment. More Llanowar Elves. That's okay. We will not block this now, for we can hopefully block it next turn and kill it with the Lightning Strike. Okay, 6 mana for the Asterix, and that, I mean, we can let it run. Of course, we can see which cards he's going to exile from the top until he draws something. Yes, they're going to destroy another land, which is amazing. And a Planeswalker and 2 lands, of course. That is great. That is just perfect. So we can basically, we could choose to eliminate this one, kill at least the Planeswalker. I mean, the question is, what are they still gonna have in their hand? Can it be really that much? We still have land cards, so let's see. I mean, we need to, otherwise this one just keeps creating more and more value. Let's see if enemy blocks. They don't block at all. That's very fine for us, actually. We can play Narset.
Mind and body should move and keep an open mind.
Probably another Lightning Strike is the most reasonable here. Let's see if enemy has another Starix. Then, of course, the party is really going on. Of course, why not? Top deck. It's the Hearthstone lifestyle in the end. Well, I mean, this is just, it's just so ridiculous that you just cannot take it serious. We can just concede here. Honestly, I don't really need to look at all of this. There was pretty great gameplay from the opponent there, playing their cards as they draw them. Yeah, of course, I get too salty, I have to admit it, but it doesn't matter. We will just see if we can maybe have one more, just normal game where we can actually have some interactions or something. Of course, would be great, would be amazing. Let's see if that's possible. I go first. It's an okay hand. I don't know, let's see. Let's give it a try. At least we can play the Snarl. Okay, good. Some hasty. Yeah, first punishment of the day. Let's pay 2 life so we can keep the Cinderclasm up. Let's see if that is going to help. I am almost feeling like killing this. Since they probably... Well, we can counterspell if they put like a light up the stage or something. If they play light up the stage, actually we can counterspell it. No, they just pass the turn. That's fine with me. So now we have the Prismari Command available. Play with fire. Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. We're not really in big danger here, so we can actually just leave this be. Okay, they scry top. Don't really know what the enemy's plan is here. Okay. That is great, so we can basically strike both at once. We will deal 2 damage, and this is the artifact vehicle, no? Yes, and destroy target artifact. So 2 here and there. So the waiting was worth it. Yeah, this is of course very bad. Not drawing the land here is yet again a problem. We can take Narset to dig for more removal. which probably is the most reasonable if they have some kind of card draw engine as well to take it down. Lightning Strike certainly is the choice. Oh, Tectonic Giant is a mean creature.
I have just the trick.
4 lands on top, funny wise. Yeah, nothing past the turn. Again, no land card. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's. Yeah, it is how it is. Not drawing lands. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just being biased here, but it feels like that every third game I just lose because not drawing lands. Because I'm not drawing lands. Yeah. Great. Science, we will negate. Prince of the Cosmos, which is nice because they can replay it due to their giant. Again, no land card. Again, no land card. Okay. That is at least something. We'll pass. Strong action here from the Tectonic Giant, of course. Being able to exile 2 cards and being able to choose one and to play it is a strong advantage. Rabbit Battery, okay, another one. Yeah, sure, I guess I'll take 4. Let's see what the opponent chooses here. 3 damage to my face. I mean, Narset can die, it doesn't really make any difference here. I guess I better keep the negates for the, Okay. Deal 2 damage. Well, we can draw 2 cards, we can create a treasure token, hoping that, now what we're gonna do is this. Let's see if we can play 2 discontinuities in a row. That would be nice, of course. To just stop enemy completely from developing. They get another Prismari Command, that's fine for us. Okay, so we can discard the Cinderclasm and the Consider. Now we can play the Pathway, we can pass the turn. We can end their turn immediately before the Quakebringer ticks. Triggers. Before it triggers. Only person here being triggered is me. Another Prismari Command, of course. Why wouldn't the enemy draw it? Why wouldn't they have it? Cool deck though. I like the Izzet Giants. Certainly very cool idea. I like it. Let's see if they drew the answer already. Yeah, and to play with fire, and that's it. Well played. No lands drawn in the beginning. Yet again, a guarantee, almost guarantee for a lose. If the enemy would have had only 2 lands for the first some turns, they would have not been able to play anything. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It was still fun. At least one time we got the combination off. For sure this deck can be streamlined a lot. This was just my shoot from the hip. So anyone is welcome to give it a better try, or let me know if there's any other variations which make it more feasible. And this should be it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.